Hi, my name is Leke Additional.
Hi, Nicky.
Hi,
How are you?
what's your name?
My name is Darren Bruton.
Darren Bruton. Nice to meet you. I understand you're an NFL fan, yeah?
I certainly am, yes.
What team do you support?
I support Chicago Bears.
The Chicago Bears.
Bears,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. So what do you think of the Super Bowl then?
Quite interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Now, I thought we would actually go the opposite way, but through the team.
Yeah, best attack versus best defense. The score was a bit high. What do you
Yeah.
think of the
Oh,
wide receivers?
The wide receivers, your main position, I just talked about, the attack against the defence.
Yeah.
It was actually proven the best defence won on the day, and obviously by the wide receivers receiving the ball, they scored, 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. How long have you been playing this position?
I've been playing, say, the last 3 years now.
Last
Last
3
3 years, yeah.
Oh, so you must enjoy it. Have you played any other position or?
I played in the quarterback position before,
Oh,
just
so-
for a year briefly, but it wasn't for me.
Oh, that's
I
all right.
tried to kind of run and,
Oh, that's good. I mean, my job, I'm the offensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. I've been doing this for the last 5 years. So part of my job is to work with the wide receivers, just like yourself. And you being a Bears fan, me being a Packer fan, that's it's my job. I have to, So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna break down the skills from what you look for when you receive the ball to when you receive the ball, and what you do after you receive the ball. So I'll talk you through what the plans we have for today, and then we'll take it from there. Okay? Is that okay with you?
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the outcome for today, what we're gonna get out of today is that I want to see where you're at right now in relation to your reception, your technique for receiving, and work on that. We're gonna take that from that and see how we can improve on it. Okay, now improve on it as in I want you to be able to make less mistakes when you receive the ball. Okay, from the structure will be I'll be the one throwing the ball at you, and you'll be catching the ball. And catching the ball with the technique that we're gonna walk through. Okay, from your focus to your movement to your catch and your follow through from there. Okay, it'll be approximately 10 to 15 minutes. We'll do the skill repeatedly. I'll show you video as we do it along, so we know what we're working on. So once we get one right, we'll move on to the next one. We'll move to, and then we incorporate all the skills together and see how we can walk you through that from A to Z. Okay, is that okay?
That's great.
All right, no problem. Okay. So the reason why we're doing it, the reason behind this is wide receiver is a very important position in NFL. So they are the ones that you throw the ball to catch the ball. So if nobody's gonna catch the ball, you only have 4 tries. Either you have run or you throw it. But throwing it means you can get more yards and less injuries. So that's the reason why today's skills is very important. Okay? So we're gonna have about 2-3 sessions before when is your next game you play?
In 2 weeks' time, maybe.
2 weeks time. So we're gonna have about 2 or 3 sessions today. We're gonna have a session outside where I'll watch you throw. I'll talk you through that. I'll bring you in and I'm gonna show you a video of a wide receiver and your receiving, and I'm gonna compare the two together so you can understand where you are and where you need to be.
Okay.
And as an elite wide receiver, you need to be your catches and your touchdowns and things like that will be part of your statistics, and they are very good for you as an to improve you as a player. Okay, all right. So we're gonna get your video was brought to my attention by your coach, who your last 2 games highlighted the fact that you weren't catching properly, and you were a bit nervous during the game and you were fumbling the ball and catching. So he wanted me to work with you on that, so that by the time you catch the ball, you can follow through on that. And you have the cornerback is jumping ahead of you because you weren't jumping enough. You were waiting for the ball to come to you. So we're gonna have to address that. Okay. So he gave me a skill acquisition form that you completed, right? And in it, you highlighted some your skills, your strength and your weaknesses, your stride length. Your focus on the ball is a bit better, like you said here, which is your strength. Plus, you told me here that you need to work on your jump, the gap between your jump and the normal jump where you need to be. So that's very obvious here, okay? So your strength is in your jump, but your strength is not in your movement, because sometimes your last video that I saw, you were running ahead of the ball, okay? So we need to work on that. Make sure you're in tune, in sync with the length of the ball when the ball comes down to you, okay? So what we're gonna address in this next coaching session that we're gonna do is, one, we're gonna work on your movement so that you're in sync with the ball. You're not running ahead, you're not running too slow, okay? That's one that we're gonna focus on. Secondly, we're gonna work on your jump so that the defensive back is not gonna get an advantage over you in catching the ball or preventing you from catching the ball. So we're gonna focus on those two primary skills today, and we'll see how we can bridge that gap and we can follow through on that, okay? So we're gonna go outside. What's the first stage you're gonna start from?
We're going to be focusing on catching the ball.
Okay, catching the ball. So the first stage is what? Focus on the ball.
Yeah.
Next stage is
catching the ball and focus on your stride length.
your stride length.
Yeah.
Okay, the movement. So that's number 2. The third stage is
your kind of
jumping, catch the ball. The fourth stage is landing,
soft knees.
okay,
Yeah.
and follow through after that.
Sprint.
Okay, so we're gonna do this over and over, and I'm gonna be showing you a video of an athlete, that a professional athlete, and we're gonna try and make sure that we get as close as much as that. So I'll show you the technique and we highlight what we're doing, and so we can improve from that. So what we're gonna do is, from this to that, I'm gonna be recording you, okay, and I'll record you catching the ball from there to there. I'll record you a few times, and then we'll talk about it later on, okay? Your second attempt was good. Okay, so what I need to work on next time is your jump. Instead of you waiting for the ball to come to you, because you might have a defender with you, and while you're waiting, he's gonna jump up and grab the ball. So you want to jump ahead of him and grab the ball. So I want you to work on your jump the next time. Make sure you grab the ball. Okay, how do you think that went?
Went pretty well. I must say, we have learned different attributes to my game to kind of improve my game even better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Genovia. All right, we recorded your video from outside from performing the skill. Okay, so I'm just gonna play back, and I want you to observe that and tell me what you think of it. Okay. Okay. So what do you think? Tell me what you observe from that now.
I've seen my kind of jumping, my kind of catching the ball as well.
Okay.
And kind of my kind of stride length as well, as you can see it there as well. I've noticed maybe I'm not kind of maybe jumping too high.
Okay.
And maybe not kind of gathering the ball in at a kind of, the kind of body's kind of heights.
Okay.
Maybe my landing could be
better.
Worked on,
yeah,
because
you're jumping, because when you jump,
I'll probably leg
you're
out.
having your leg out that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically kind of landing would be kind of the most one that I kind of
That you can
observe.
work on.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. 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 So just watch that. Okay. Look at the technique. He has the ball one leg in. You have the ball one leg out. So you might lose balance from that. He's gaining balance here, knowing that by the time he gets the ball, he's going to turn around. So if we play that on, you'll see that the other leg comes in. As he catches the ball, your one, just watch that now, yeah.
See
So
it,
that your leg, the one you have up, is the one you landed with. You know what I mean? So if you have a defender with you, by the time you land on that leg, you're gonna go out, I'm gonna record this again. Okay? And I want you to work on the landing phase of your catch. Okay, and then we'll come back and analyze it again. Alright? done another session now. Okay? Jumping has improved. You're not jumping with one leg out, you're jumping with both legs. You're focused, you have your W for catching. You're looking at the ball, waiting for the ball to come down to you. So that's much better. So I'm gonna compare that with the elite. Okay, so focusing on the ball, it's focusing on the ball. Okay, you have the ball now, and you're ready to land. He's ready to land. You play both on. You turn. What do you think went well in the two sessions? The first one compared to what do you think went well?
Definitely the landing.
Okay.
You know, like landing is very important to kind of like land dry and you know, kind of landing in a soft knee, you know, position and kind of have a kind of a good agility then to turn around and go as well.
Okay.
My kind of catching with the W as well has improved because maybe I wasn't kind of catching it properly, like, you know.
Right.
And my stride length, you know, as we kind of talked about before from day one, you know, that was improved as well. So I was able to land properly, turn around and get away then much quicker than the first session.
What do you think went well from the first session to the last session and the session you saw in comparison with the elite athletes in the game scenario during it? What do you think went well?
Basically, like landing, you know, we seen by the two videos, you know, the first one and the last one, that my kind of landing was much better. It did improve an awful lot, I felt. I mean, I felt that like, the whole video analysis for me, it kind of made me aware, you know, of the stuff that I wasn't probably doing properly in training and maybe obviously in game match scenarios. My stride length again, you know, was much improved. I was able to kind of get away and kind of be in sync with kind of catching the ball as well. And my catching is very important. If I don't catch properly, I won't get away properly as well.
Okay.
And the final one was obviously kind of the follow through as well. When you kind of land, you want to get away quick as well. So everyone was kind of in sync from jumping, catching to follow through.
Right.
You know.
So what do you observe from the elite athlete? What was your observation in that in relation to how can you transfer that skill for yourself to help you better in the future?
Basically, when I seen the elite performing, like it kind of broke it down for me.
Okay.
You know, and different attributes to the whole skill. You know, we keep talking about the whole landing. Like the landing for me, you know, is very important, and as you know, it is very important. So it's very transferable to my kind of my training or my game match scenarios as well.
Right. So one suggestion for you is that the area that I feel you improve much is your jumping when you catch. Like if you have your leg out, you're gonna lose balance by the time you land. Because if you have your leg out this way, you're coming down on this leg. You know, you wanna have both legs up when you're jumping, so that when you come down, you're coming down on one foot. So and then in that way, you can follow through instead of landing on the one here and then trying to follow through with the other one. Okay. So when is your next session? Your next training session is?
The next training session is next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what area that I want you to work on? Okay. This form. Okay. It's been broken down. So every section that you can work on, from your focus, your stride length, your jump, your catch, your follow through. Most especially your catching and your landing and your follow through is what you need to work on most. So next training, try and catch as much balls as possible, as many you can throw at you. Try and catch as many as possible, but not just catching with jumping and your landing. Focus on the jumping and your landing. In that way, you'll avoid having any injury, calf injury or quads injury or even ankle injury, which was one of the things that coach brought to my attention. So in that way, when you focus on your landing, instead of landing one leg up, you jump with both legs. Okay, so that's what we do. So we're gonna meet here again next Thursday during your session. Okay, we'll try and see what you've done so far. You do this on your own, but I want to see what you've done so far. Next session, we'll take one more session. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
I have a YouTube channel. Brilliant. So what I would like you to do is every session that you take, have it recorded, upload it on YouTube, and send me the link so I can analyze it and observe it. So when we meet again, we can have what to talk about, take some notes, and we'll see which areas we need to improve on. Okay. Right. It's been great working with you.
Thanks
very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.